So if you see my both parents, they are exactly how I'm describing here. Like they treat everybody very well. I never saw my dad or my mom being rude or arrogant to anybody, like, so I think that's one. And I think, like, even in the jiu-jitsu world, you can learn from it as well, because
Mm.
if you go to a jiu-jitsu school where the instructor is arrogant and has a big ego, many times most of the students are the same way.
Yeah, I've
Like, they have
noticed.
big ego too. They hate tapping. They get mad when they tap and this and that. And when you go to a school where the instructor is very nice, is polite, treat everybody very well, he doesn't care if you pass his guard or if you tap him, and he doesn't get mad. These students are the same, like, so I think we gotta, whoever is the, you if you're, for example, my parents were the leaders of my family, right? And
Mhm.
then I'm like this, my brothers are like this. When you have a jiu-jitsu school and you're the instructor, you're the leader of your group. So these students, so I think that it matters a lot where you came from, and that kind of stuff.
I mean, and how did it change you? Like, were you able to still, like, say somebody's got a new father, how should they sort of change their training approach? Or is it just okay to go to training as much as you can? People coming back from injuries, how do we get over that initial hurdle of having a big life event? Like some people probably terrified of going back since COVID. Apart from getting an instructional from BJJ fanatics, what else should they do? How can we make jiu-jitsu a lifestyle rather than just a hobby?
Huh, that's a good question. Let me, I think, like, we gotta, uh, I think we gotta try to use jiu-jitsu in life, kind of, like, and that's kind of like what I try to do. uh I don't, what was exactly the question? Sorry, Ian, can you?
I mean, it's just like, how would you make, because you seem to live jiu-jitsu, how would you make jiu-jitsu a lifestyle? Like if you were, say you were like me, overweight Scottish guy trying to get back into jiu-jitsu, how would you make it a lifestyle rather than just a hobby? How would you fall back and live with it, say, if somebody was struggling or had a kid and they were wanting to get back into training but struggling?
That's a good question, and I had never really, like, thought about this question, like how to make a jiu-jitsu a lifestyle instead of just a hobby. I think, like, if you do jiu-jitsu, maybe you don't even compete it, but you take it very serious and you want to get better, it's gonna end up becoming your lifestyle. And I'm gonna give you
Mhm.
an example. Like, if you're taking jiu-jitsu serious and you're gonna train tomorrow, and if you go to a bar and drink all night long tonight, you're not gonna have a good training tomorrow. Like, so you gotta make choices here. Like, is your lifestyle to go to the bar and stay drinking until very late at night, or is your lifestyle to wake up early and go train jiu-jitsu? Doesn't
Right.
make sense. And so I think, like, if you take jiu-jitsu serious, it's gonna affect your nutrition, it's gonna affect your routine, it's gonna affect how you handle things, because in jiu-jitsu we learn a lot about how to be comfortable on uncomfortable positions, right? So if someone is mounting on you and trying to choke you, if you get desperate, it's not gonna help you. And I think you can start bringing that to life as well. Like, you're in a bad position in life, getting desperate is not gonna help.
Right.
So how can we get out of that situation? So, uh, but and I bet you mentioned yourself as well, and just by how much you love jiu-jitsu, I bet that jiu-jitsu is your lifestyle, and maybe you don't even know, like, but